Okay, this is going to be a series. I am going to be reading through my book that I wrote, my memoir. It's not a super long book or anything. It's just my story and how God saved me, even when I didn't know who He was or that He loved me. He saved me. Um, I'll read a chapter or two every time I do it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it every week or I'm definitely not going to do it every night. I don't have time. But this is my story, and He wants me to share it with everybody, so I'm trying to be obedient in that. Chapter 1 is called The Window Shatters. I'm reading it off my laptop, so because I don't know it by heart. I remember the glass, the sound it made when it exploded across the living room. My mom went through the window like a rag doll. I must have been 7 or 8, too young to really understand what was happening, but old enough to never forget it. He had been drinking again. Of course he had. That's what he always did. And when the alcohol ran out, the rage began. This night was worse than usual. The yelling got louder. The words were more violent. I knew what was coming long before I saw it. I was hiding under the kitchen table, knees pulled to my chest, shaking, just trying to disappear. Then I heard the shatter. I saw her body fly through the glass, and something inside of me cracked like the window had. Blood on the carpet, her crying, him standing over her like he had done something worth being proud of. I ran. Out the back door, through the field. It was late. It was dark. I didn't stop. My bare feet hit dirt and grass and rocks. I didn't care. I just ran. My tiny heart beating so hard, I thought it would explode. I could still hear him yelling behind me, but the distance was growing. I made it to the neighbor's barn and I hid behind some hay bales, trying to breathe quietly so he didn't find me. I remember praying, but not to God, not really. I didn't know him yet. I just begged the universe, please let her be okay. Please let this be the last time. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Chapter 2, The Birthday for Nobody. There was one birthday party. One, I think. I was maybe 9, but I honestly don't remember for sure. What I do remember is that it was the only time anyone made a cake for me. It was a box cake in a pan with a single candle stuck awkwardly in the middle like somebody had almost forgotten it. They handed me a gift. I can't remember what it was. I remember opening it and smiling like I was supposed to. I remember feeling like I was in the way even on my day. That somehow I'd made them do something they didn't really want to do. Like I was a burden just for being born. Christmases were no better. There was one I remember getting a single gift while everyone else had piles. I smiled through it. I said thank you, then went to my bedroom and cried quietly so no one would have to see or care. It was better to just disappear. By the time I was in middle school, I had learned how to make myself small, invisible even. I wasn't the kid throwing tantrums or causing problems. I was the one doing the dishes, folding the laundry, cleaning up after all of my cousins, while all my cousins did nothing. Sorry. I was the girl nobody celebrated. The girl whose name they only said when they needed something. At school, I pretended I was normal. My best friend and I would pass notes, laugh too loud in the hallway, and pretend like life was a sitcom. She had become my saving grace, her and her mother. They tried to include me in so many things because they knew behind the laughter was something hollow and longing to be loved. I started my plan to escape. I'd collect coins I found in the couch cushions or on the street. Sometimes I'd find money in the laundry and I'd tuck it away like it was gold. My big plan was to save enough to run away in the middle of the night. I didn't know where I'd go, just that I had to be somewhere else. I wanted my mother, even though I was told so regularly she didn't want me. Then one night, I gave up on running away. I found some pills in the bathroom cabinet. No idea what they were. I just knew I didn't want to feel anymore. I took a handful and I crawled under my blanket and I waited, hoping that I would never have to wake up again, knowing I would never be missed by anybody. I woke up the next morning. That crushed me. I wasn't even good at quitting life. From there, the anger started. I wasn't quitting anymore. I started talking back, picking fights, slamming doors. It didn't get me more love, but at least they knew I was there. I was the problem now. Somehow, that was better than being nothing at all. I wanted them to tell me to leave, to do something so bad that they had no choice. And I did. And it felt so freeing. And I will save the next few chapters for the next time. That was chapter 1 and chapter 2. Come back next week and we will continue on if you want to hear my story. And again, this is what I lived through as a child. This is what I lived through as an adult. This is the story that made me who I am. But God showed me that my pain and suffering that I went through wasn't for nothing. It was to help somebody, even if it's just one person. Even if it's just to help one person find Him and know that He loves them, then for me it will have been worth it. I want nothing more than to make heaven crowded. That should be every Christian's goal. I look forward to sharing my story with y'all. Thank you.